what I do, what I do, da da do, da da do, what I do.
Hello, it's Tammy Pally, aka the Crafty Princess, and welcome to my podcast, the Crafty Princess Diaries podcast. Today I am filming episode 25 entitled Doll Crafting Distractions, and I will explain the title in a little while. Today is August 6th, 2015. Take a minute there. And as usual, this usually takes me a day or so to edit and upload. But anywho, let's do a little crafting website business first. If you need more information about me, need it or want it, you can find me over at tammypally.com. And I will also be putting comments, links in the comment section on YouTube. I realize that if you're watching this video through my blog or even an iPad, I watch a lot of videos through my iPad, and I notice that sometimes I can see links, but sometimes things get cut off. So if you're looking for those links, you can just look me up on a regular computer, and of course make sure you subscribe. Yeah, I'll put a subscription button somewhere if I haven't already around here, because when you subscribe, that means you're going to get notifications whenever I upload new videos, and I usually try to put one out every week. And it's not always the podcast. With the podcast, I usually put something out every 2+ weeks, depending on if I have information to share with you, if I have finished objects to show you, that kind of thing. But otherwise, I do have other videos that I post that are craft related, yarn, reviews, book reviews. Lately, I've been putting out doll related videos, collecting, and also kind of crafting related. I've been experimenting on some dolls and changing them up, that kind of thing. So there's a few of those, and I wanted to say thank you to the new subscribers who have recently joined my YouTube channel subscription list. Mob Buchanan 18, Carla 30 Porline Ha, Anna Phoenix, Jessica King Carson, A. Diane Harrison, Shalinda Nixon, Tyree Rand, Sophia Connery, Diane Rementes, Amy Jones Wood, Carrie Wallace, and Ruth Slavenwhite. Thank you for joining me. And of course, I have a giveaway going on through the end of August. I will try to remember to put a link to that here, because that is in my YouTube channel, so you can find out the details. I also have a finished objects thread in my Ravelry group. Okay, so for August, that's open, and I already pulled a prize. The winner has already gotten her book sent out to her for that. But for Ravelry for August, I'm going to have 2 prizes going on. Somebody will win this book, and then somebody also will win, a different person will win a Kindle copy of my novel Crafting Memories, which is available through Amazon.com. So I think that covers all of the crafting business. Yes. So let's get into finished objects, and then I can explain to you doll distractions. So this is the only finished object I have. It is a crochet dress. I use a size G hook. The yarn, by the way, let me see, I wrote this down. So the yarn is called Iconic Worsted Weight. The colorway is For Sure, and it is a Crochet Dude yarn. And he would have specials on his yarns. This is, it's kind of, I think it's coming out fairly well. It's purpley, it's like a purpley color. And I just kind of winged this, so it took me a few times. It was originally going to be a skirt, and then I thought, no, I'm going to make it a dress. So pretty much, the idea is that I think I did like 40 chain stitches, did a few single crochet rows, and then started decreasing to make it kind of an A-line. I'll move her little arm so you can see it better. So make it A-line. Then around here, I stopped decreasing, just made it straight. Skipped a couple of stitches to make the little sleeves, and then went around the neck a few times. Okay, I may or may not write this up. I did take notes because I'm thinking I might make some more and maybe change it up a little bit. But for first try, I didn't think it was too bad. And you may recognize this girl if you have seen any of my doll videos. She has been sort of my doll correspondent. I actually ended up getting her for pennies practically, at my local Goodwill. I've been trying to experiment as far as doing face-ups on dolls, which has not come out well at all. And I discussed this in a couple of doll videos that she has basically emceed for me. With her, I did do a little bit of crafting, or fixing up, I guess I would say, because when I got her hair, even though it looks kind of wild here, you should have seen it before. It was like one big hunkin' knot on the top of her head. And I cleaned her up, got her hair cleaned up, used some conditioner, and it's curly hair. I mean, it curls. It's just, which is nice. I wish mine curled like this. But it's much softer and, of course, cleaner now. So, anywho, that is my finished object. And then I have a half-finished object, which would have been finished if I hadn't accidentally gotten a size F hook in my notions bag and started using it for some apparent reason. I do not know why. Why it was in the notions bag, why I used that instead of the G hook that I started out with, I don't know. But I have a fingerless glove made so far. This is a free pattern from Lion Brand called All Season Wristers. There is the info. Make sure you can see it. Yeah, All Seasons Wristers. I really like this pattern. I've done it numerous times. I usually goof it up, not always by just using the wrong hook, because obviously what happened is I realized, hey, these are real small all of a sudden. The pattern does call for an F hook, but I personally use a G. And, you know, which is weird because my gauge tends to be more on the loose side than the tight side when it comes to crochet and knitting, but anywho, I have found that the G works better for me. The yarn I am using is the Kismet colorway from Expressions Art yarn. Let me find her little card here. Expressions Fiber Arts. It's part of her Resilient Superwash Merino sock yarn. I really like it. I've enjoyed working with her yarn. Highly recommend it. And in fact, I guess I'll go ahead because this kind of leads into acquisitions, of which there have been some, but I can't share them all with you. This I can share. Yarn. Okay, she had a spend $40, get a free skein. And so, and I mentioned this in my previous podcast, that she originally pulled me in with the Russian blue skein of yarn that by the time I decided to order was gone, and then I cried like a big baby. I still want that yarn. But this is called the Puppy colorway, and this is the Morning Dew. Both are the Resilient Superwash Merino sock yarn. And my free skein, and this is hilarious, was Kismet, which I'm kind of bummed about. Obviously, I like the colorway because I bought it before when I ordered from her previously. But yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I'm not sure if I'm going to maybe trade it with somebody. In fact, if anybody has Russian blue yarn from her that you would like to trade, I would totally trade that with you for this. Okay, I doubt anybody would do that though, because that was beautiful yarn. So anywho, I have some beautiful yarn. I will be making more fingerless gloves for myself, and I don't know if I'll make them for anybody else. I've tried to do that before, and I don't know, I get mixed results with some people liking them and some people not. My husband loves them. I don't know if any of those colors they might be a little feminine for him. So, but I have other yarn. I'm definitely planning on making him some more fingerless gloves because he does like them. All right, so let's see. I think that explained everything. That's kind of it. I actually have been doing a lot of crafting, like I said, but they've been related to dolls, and the reason why I don't really have a lot to show you as far as that goes is because I have decided to write a book proposal. I've already started it. And I'm probably 3/4 of the way into a book proposal related to dolls and crafting. And so, of course, I cannot show you what I have been making that relates to the proposal. I can't tell you anything other than I have a proposal. I have briefly, very, very briefly emailed my previous editor for my book, the Complete Photo Guide to Jewelry Making. And she did not say, oh, yes, we would love to do a doll book, but she also did not say, are you crazy? We would never do a doll crafting book. So she just said, sure, send us a proposal. So yeah, so I'm working on it. I actually have two craft book proposal ideas. So while school is finishing up, I just put in grades yesterday for summer 2, and I have about a week and a half before I am back to fall semester. I'm really trying to crank these out. So I have been making items for dolls, and I have been into doll collecting, which you will see some more of through videos. Like I said, this girl already did a couple of videos where I talked about actually changing the face of the dolls and that kind of thing, cleaning them up, that kind of stuff. So, but I've kind of gone further than that, and sorry, I can't show you what I've made because, and you know, I know some people would think, well, what's the big deal? Maybe it's not even going to be published. I have been burned before, so I have actually talked before. This is years ago when I was very naive about all this. I talked in detail to somebody about a specific type of book I wanted to do, and it was a unique type of book, and that person was someone who could make the book happen, and she told me that it was not a good idea, and that she specifically told me why it was not a good idea. And then about 2 years later, somebody published a book exactly as I had explained to her. And so ever since then I've realized, you know what, unless you're actually doing the book, zip your lip. So other than telling you that it's related to dolls and crafting, that's all I can really do. And there are a lot of wonderful doll crafting books out there. I've been doing lots of research about doll collecting, making items for dolls, doll pattern books, all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested at all, you know, just go over to Amazon. There's gobs and gobs. Of course, Ravelry has lots of free patterns as well when it comes to making doll clothes, or even paid patterns. So the internet is full of information already on this, which I have been finding very helpful and interesting and informative. And if you watched my previous podcast, you know that this whole doll stuff started because I'm also writing another, hopefully another novel related to doll crafting. And so I thought, you know, I am a semi-collector for many years. I have a small collection that I started when I was younger, which will hopefully be coming to my house very soon. I have ordered a curio now. I'm very excited about that. Speaking of acquisitions, like, whoa, a big piece of furniture is coming into my house this weekend, Saturday. So I finally found a curio that will work for me, a place to actually put it that my husband and I both agree on, space for it to actually fit in the house, and that means that my doll collection that's over at my mom's will be coming over to my house, and I can start collecting more dolls. Ooh. So yeah, so look for videos related to doll collecting and crafting coming soon. Like I said, I already have a couple, but I will be adding those along with my amigurumi videos and other related craft videos in the future that will be on my YouTube channel. And of course, I always also embed them in TammyPally.com blog. So that's kind of it. I do have future craft projects, like I said, planned that are related to dolls, and I probably will do another pair of fingerless gloves once I get these done, because they're just a nice, I'm kind of in the groove now. Once you make one pair and you're familiar with the pattern, it's nice to just keep cranking them out. As far as knitting goes, I haven't really done a lot of knitting. I've done some doll knitting, I'll say that. That's all. Again, I can't really say specifically what it is. But my shawl that I had showed you last time, I haven't touched it. I really want to get that done because I would like to have it for, you know, of course I have time. It's August in Florida, so it's not going to get cool here at all until probably November. So I guess there's not a big rush on that, huh? Yeah, but it would be nice to have it done and just see how pretty the yarn is and everything, and touch the yarn and all that stuff. I do enjoy knitting, so I kind of miss that. But I have not found a fingerless glove knitting pattern that uses sock yarn. I have found now, somebody helped me find some really nice patterns, but they were bulky weight or worsted weight, and for my needs they need to be thinner because those are just too heavy for Florida. I would be I'd be roasting. Even when it's really cold out, those would just be too much for me. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up. This is a little bit of a shorter video, but if you guys have any information that you'd like to share with me as far as your own crafting, or you have any doll inspirational crafting ideas that you'd like to share, or maybe you're doing some doll crafting, feel free to post links and ideas and comments both on my weblog as well as down here in the YouTube channel. And I guess that's it. Have a wonderful crafting day, and thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Bye.